My name is Victoria. The topic of our today's video is writing and vocabulary. Today we are going to talk about types of compositions, formal letters, and tips to remember words. Letters are a form of verbal and written communication which contains information or message. There are two types of letters: formal letters and informal letters. The formal letter is written for business or professional purposes. It uses simple language that can be easy to read and understand. On the contrary, informal letters are written to friends and relatives for personal communication and uses a casual or an emotional tone. Types of compositions. When you write compositions, you need to understand the type of writing required. Your piece of writing can be in the form of formal letter, a report, or an article for a teenage magazine. Letters are written to a person or a group of people for a specific reason. Letters include informal letters to people you know well, written in a personal style. Formal letters to managers, officials, etc., written in polite, formal style. Semi-formal letters to people you do not know well or people you know but you want to sound polite and respectful. Your teacher, your pen friend, written in polite and respectful style. Letters to the editor, which present the writer's personal opinion on a specific problem. Articles are found in magazines and newspapers. They include descriptions of people, places, buildings, festivals, ceremonies. Narratives, stories, are about real or imaginary events which happened in the past. They can be written in the first person when writer is the main character of the story, or in the third person when the writer is describing events which happened to another person or group people. Reports are formal pieces of writing and have a specific format and features. They include new reports, proposal reports, survey reports. Reviews are formal pieces of discussing a film, play, TV program, book, restaurant, etc., and recommending it or not to the reader. Essays are a group of compositions describing various opinions and discussing different problems and their causes. Formal styles is characterized by formal expressions, advanced vocabulary, longer sentences. For example, taking everything into consideration, it can be said that the facilities offered are of poor quality. Formal linking words. Nevertheless, consequently, however, in addition, etc. Cell phones are extremely useful for people who travel frequently. However, they can be dangerous. No use of short forms. I am, has been, there is. I would be grateful if, instead of I'd be grateful if. Impersonal tone. Late this evening, 20 years old Tom McKinley was pulled to safety after being trapped under debris for more. Factual presentation of the information. The Great Fire of London swept through the central parts of the English city from Sunday the 2nd September to Thursday the 6th September 1666. If you know the name of the person, use Dear Mr. for a man. Dear Mrs. for a married woman. Dear Miss for an unmarried woman. Dear Miss for an unmarried woman, or where the marital status is unknown. If you don't know the name, use Dear Sir, Dear Madam, Dear Sir, or Madam. If you started your letter with Dear Mr., Dear Mrs., Dear Miss, or Dear Miss, finish with yours sincerely. If you started your letter with Dear Sir, Dear Madam, or Dear Sir or Madam, use yours faithfully. Here are some examples of things you might say in a formal letter. I am writing in reply to your letter of the 4th September regarding your outstanding invoice. Further to our conversation, I am pleased to confirm our appointment for 9:30 a.m. on Tuesday, the 7th January. I would be grateful if you could attend to this matter as soon as possible. If you would like any further information, please don't hesitate to contact me. If you would like a reply, you can use the following sentence at the end of your letter. I look forward to hearing from you. And here are some phrases you can use to ask for information. I'm writing in connection with. Could you possibly send? I would be grateful if you could. Would it be possible for you to tell me? I would appreciate some information about. Another matter I need information on is. I would also like some information on. Giving information. I'm writing to inform you. The following information is what you requested. I'm writing to reply to your letter, ask for information. I regret. I'm delighted to inform you. Giving an opinion. I hope the following advice, suggestions will be of some help to you. It would be useful in your advantage too. I believe the best course of action would be. I would like to offer some suggestions concerning. I would strongly recommend suggested. Complaining. I am writing to complain about. Draw your attention to the problem of express my disappointment. I regret to inform you how shocked I was. I demand a full refund. I expect that you send me a replacement. Final words. Yours sincerely, regards, best regards, yours truly, respectfully yours. Okay, and here is an example of an exam writing task and the answer to it. You want to establish a local club for young people. You need some financial support from an international company which has its headquarters in your district. Write a letter to this company in which you explain what you are asking for and describe your experience in social activities. Give reasons why such a club is necessary in your area. Suggest the possible benefits of such a club. And you have to write at least 100 words. Here is an example. As usual, we start with official greeting. Dear Sir or Madam. Then, reason for writing a letter. I am writing to apply for your support and financial assistance in establishing a local club for young people. Well, each paragraph discloses one condition of the letter. We are a group of students with wide experience in organizing social events such as the Protect Our Planet Festival, which is held every spring in our district. As a matter of fact, we are particularly concerned with the quality of life in our neighborhood. The problem is that at present, the young people who live here do not have much to do. As a result, crime and vandalism are on the rise in vicinity. We strongly believe that the club would distract young people from engaging in illegal activities by providing them with more purposeful ways of spending their time. Moreover, as your company specializes in fashion for young people, the club members could help in promoting your products. Linking words connect ideas smoothly, creating a better transition between one sentence and the next. As a matter of fact, as a result, moreover. Final comments of the letter. Thank you for considering our application, and we look forward to hearing from you. Ending, yours faithfully. Okay, and now we are going to talk how to memorize new vocabulary faster. Firstly, you can use memory techniques. A popular way to memorize vocabulary is the use of mnemonics, which are mental shortcuts that help you remember more complex concepts or words. For example, you can create associations between words, or you come up with acronym, like when you need to go to the store to buy spaghetti, tomatoes, olives, rice, eggs. The problem is, of course, that you still have to memorize the acronym or association, but with a little bit of practice, you'll get good at coming up with creating a useful connection. Next, use the new words. You need to use a new word about 10 times before you remember it. You can do this with a very simple exercise. Every time you learn a new word, for example, from the English lesson or article, write it down in your vocabulary notebook. Writing is more active than just reading definition. You should write the word, the definition in English or translation, one example sentence from the article or dictionary, one example sentence that you create. Imagine that you just learned the word generous. Write in your vocabulary notebook word generous, adjective, definition, when a person gives time, money freely. Example 1 from the article. Thanks for paying for my dinner. You are very generous. Example 2, your example. My brother is generous because he volunteers at the animal shelter on weekends. Make your own flashcards and take them with you. On one side of a flashcard, write the new word and also transcription, and on the back of flashcard, write the definition. Whether learning new information or preparing for a test, flashcards can be a great way to review lots of information quickly. They are easy to make and easy to use. Also, if you would like to create flashcards online, you can use such websites like cram.com, quizlet.com, flashcard.online and brainscape.com. Thank you for attention. I hope this video will be useful for you. Goodbye!